Mark my word, Zaptoh will be a way better fit for Shopify Rebellion than Emtee. And here's why. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your #1 ALGS morning show on the planet. That is a fact. All right, elephant in the room, new setup. Who dis? Kind of cute. Kind of cozy. I like it. It's gonna take some adjusting to do. At the apartment block, there's like this little lounge area, and I was able to set something up with a cute little background. That's gonna be, it looks like this is gonna be our setup from now on. Let me know down in the comments if you guys prefer this one or the old one. Even if you guys prefer the old one, there's no going back, so it doesn't really matter. All right, this week's episode, a lot of roster changes and new org signings, but before we get into those, let's take a look at the Pro League Scrim results that have started back up with these new changes. We had 5 blocks of scrims hosted by Oversight Esports, and the winners were Shopify Rebellion, ZSZ, LNW, Oblivion, and Ninjas in Pajamas. Now these results are great and all, but I've taken them and I've compiled them into an average point per scrim leaderboard to give us an overall better idea of how they're performing and to sort of allow us to compare them better. So here it is: LNW in first, DKK in second, ZSZ in third, Ninjas in Pajamas in fourth, and TSM in fifth. LNW doing great. The better performing team out of these scrims overall, but they did only play 2 blocks of scrims, but one of them they absolutely dominated. So they're doing great. They did great during those 2 blocks, but compared to these other teams in the top 5, they only played 2. So just keep that in mind. DKK also doing wonderful ever since Dropped to join Noct and Keon. They've been doing really, really well. Obviously, Dropped and Noct have that experience from the past that they played together when they were back on Optic. So yeah, off to a great start. We'll see how scrims go this week and the week after, because in 2 weekends is Pro League Split 2 Day 1. ZSZ, another newly formed team, which we'll talk about later in the episode. Nip, just so consistent ever since last split as well, ever since they added Kurev to the team. I think it's been amazing. Please don't make any roster changes. You guys are really, really good. I am super excited to see how this now translates into a second split playing together. And TSM, well, this team has just been thriving with Panic, so excited to see how they continue their journey. Now, especially this past week, since roster lock was on Sunday, we've been seeing a lot of new team announcements and org signings. In APAC North, Reject Winnity has signed Euriece, Rufk, and Yanmary Pop, and Riddle Order has signed Melstera, Taida, and Texto, which is honestly great news because those are 2 big orgs, and in North America, a lot of orgs are unfortunately exiting Apex. NRG, Fusion GG, All Gamers Global, MKOI. We still don't know what Fury is doing, so kind of sucks. But good news is we have a lot of tier 1 teams that will most probably get signed by a tier 1 org within the next week or so. I think there's a lot of potential, so make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. I always retweet whenever there's big announcements, so yeah. Now, as for these team announcements, Skittlecakes has announced that he will be joining Orchid with ImMadness and Rambeau, which should be so interesting to watch. Definitely unexpected. I did not see this coming, but on paper, these guys should be really, really good together. 2 MNK, 1 controller. Rambeau's been getting back into it ever since his hiatus a few splits ago. Madness, such a great IGL, and Skittlecakes back into it as well since last split. I think with these guys, it's going to be a flip of the coin. Not too sure, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And since that's Team Orchid, that means that Sirsay is LFT. I don't know where he goes. I really, really don't. No announcement from him since roster lock, so I'm guessing that he hasn't found a team yet. And same goes for Nocturnal. He is not on LG anymore. It looks like he was dropped from them. No idea where he can go either. So just like Sirsay, no team for the first day of Pro League, so we're gonna have to wait and see how that goes. It's very unfortunate for the boys, but on other news, we got a huge roster announcement this week. Zachmazer joining Guild and Sikezz with coach TiltedWinnie. And with all due respect to his past teammates, Guild and Sikezz are the best teammates that he's had so far. This is a team that has potential to be on top and to win it all. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this all works out. With them, I think it's just gonna come down to chemistry. So once again, let me know in the comments what you think. And since Zach left Virtus Pro decided to sign Emtee because Emtee was dropped from Shopify Rebellion. Now, as much as some of you might have been shocked by this news, it's not that surprising. So let me explain to you guys why this is the right move for Shopify Rebellion. For the longest time, this team has been so very dominating. In my opinion, 2 of the best controller players in the world, Zainu and Koifo, they've been playing together for so long. They've even won a world title together. Definitely the scariest duo in the game to come across. But the one thing that's been a recurrent conflict for them is Zainu often butting heads with their IGL. Because personality-wise, he seems to naturally want to take over that IGL role. And so we saw saw it with Space Station Gaming, with Phony. They used to butt heads all the time. Two very strong personalities. Used to argue a lot. Phony would make a call, Zainu would counter call, and they would often argue in the middle of a game. It just led to something very toxic, which ultimately led to Phony getting dropped from Space Station Gaming, even if they won that world championship together. And Emtee being such a talented IGL, I really do believe that his talents or his IQ, what he can bring to a team as an IGL is being wasted on Shopify Rebellion. And I do believe a team like Virtus Pro would benefit from him and from his knowledge and from his skills a lot more. And as for Shopify Rebellion, Zainu will finally be able to take over that IGL role that he seems to be naturally being pulled towards, and that he's seems to have wanted for quite some time, keeping Koiful as his elite fragger, and now adding Zaptoh, who is mechanically phenomenal. Now we really have a team of pure mechanical skill. So a little like Zach, Gild, and Sykes, I think it's going to come down to chemistry for them. If they vibe together and fit well together playstyle wise, I really don't see anybody stopping them. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, which team you're rooting for, which out of those two teams you're most excited to watch. Now, before we wrap this episode up, I wanted to apologize for not posting last week. As you guys can see, we've moved locations. It's been very hectic, the whole move and everything. But we're back on track now, so make sure to turn notifications on. New episode will be Tuesday, and until next week, take it easy, like and subscribe. Posters. Outro time. Oh yeah, I have to finish my, oh yeah, dude. You know my morning shift cup where it says the Apex morning shift? I forgot it. I forgot it in the packing. I forgot it. So I'm going to get it shipped. Yeah, it's a very important mug, but for now you guys can't see the coffee, but there's coffee. I'm going to finish it, okay? Bye now.